I think I'm going to call the name of this video The List. I'm going to just have a few of my beautiful, colorful orbs go by as I talk about this that I call The List. Now, I was visiting a friend in Arizona who took me to another friend of his who lived close by, and her name was Sue, and she told me a story about, well, it wasn't a story, it was an experience she had. And I'm sorry, but I can't remember all the details, but it was about seeing a entity who told her, get the list. You must get the list. And then, for some reason, that's all she got from that message, and Sue did not know what the list meant. And then somehow she met up with another lady who knew what the list was. And it was a list of books to read. And all at once, as she was telling me this, I thought, I bet I've read a lot of the books on that list. I just knew I had. And she printed out a copy of the list for me to take home with me. And I'm going to show it to you. These books are the ones that were listed. And the beginner books to read, I guess this is for evolving yourself in this day and age. These are good books for doing that. For the beginner, The Essence Gospel of Peace, Book 1. Number 2, The Lazy Man's Guide to Enlightenment. 3, What are you doing in my universe? And 4, Illusions. Now, Illusions, I've read that. Now, for the intermediate, there is The Impersonal Life by Joseph Brenner. Anyway, I read that one on my channel. Now, this Prose and Poetry of Dancing Emptiness, I've never seen that book. I have yet to look for it. Right Use of Will, Healing, and Evolving the Emotional Body. Autobiography of a Yogi by Yogananda. The Power of Now. Well, I don't read that, but I've heard it read by Eckhart Tolle himself. You can find that on the internet. To God the Glory by Annalee Sharkin. I've never read that one either. But now this next one, The Starseed Transmissions. I read that on my channel. I have a playlist for that. Also, another one by Ken Carey called Return of the Bird Tribe. The Bird Tribes with an S. And Vision, A Personal Call to Create a New World. And all three of those books are by Ken Carey. And another one by him too is on this list. The Third Millennium, Living in the Post-Historic World. And there's a book called Brotherhood of Mount Shasta and Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind. I haven't seen that book, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the books on this first page I have read. And when she told me it was a list of books, I just knew that there were going to be many of them that I had already read. Now for the advanced student, I guess, A Dweller on Two Planets, or The Dividing of the Way. The Secret Teachings of Jesus, 4 Gnostic Gospels, A Course in Miracles. I have that book, but I haven't read it all the way through. The Aquarian Gospel of Jesus the Christ. The I Am Discourses. The Magic Presence and Unveiled Mysteries, all by Godfrey Ray King, which I've been having a little trouble wanting to think of them as truthful because Godfrey Ray King turned out to be someone who made things up. But nevertheless, those books are on this list. So there might be something really necessary to read in them. Now this last one, next to the last one, Life and Teachings of the Masters of the Far East. There's 5 books in this series, and I read all of them on my channel. I hear that there's a 6th book, but I haven't found it yet. And then another book is Initiation by Elizabeth Hotch. So there's all these books, and I love books. I read books a lot. They have helped me grow and evolve. And now I'm seeing these orbs, but these beautiful pictures of orbs that I show you, they're nothing like what I see with the naked eye. Because in light, without using a marble to get a reflection off of, and I say that because so many people say, you're just getting, that's just something the marbles do, you're just getting refraction, light refraction. Or they'll call it something else. They don't look at enough of the stuff that I have out there, which shows so many different ways this light looks that I just capture in pictures. Much less can they know what I see with the third eye that I can't take a picture of. But I do know this. The light is revealing that empty space is full of stuff. Circles and tubes and colorful bubbles and colorful, just rolling kind of tube-looking things. And I don't know what any of it is. I tried to give it a name. I called the little tube-looking things gossamer threads of light, so I call them GTL for short when I talk about them sometimes. And what I see in the light is evolving. When I first started seeing things in the light, it was just a little that I could see. But now my eyes have learned, I guess, they've learned the trick of how to see more. Or the evolution of my looking at it has gained me a bigger, more clear seeing of the light. And it's something I can't show you pictures of, only to say with the pictures that I do show you, that some parts of them are like what I see in the light. And these little things I call gossamer threads of light, they hover around like they're always in front of you, like you were inside of an egg-like thing. And these were, if you turn around, they stay in front of you because they turn with you. And they move, but their movement is kind of a zigzag movement. And when I have the light on in my bedroom at night and the light is shining over me, I'm looking at the rays of light come to me and do all kinds of patterns that are kind of impressive. It's getting so that I just want to think that I can just go into that light or something. I share this with hardly anyone because no one around me is interested. And I think it's just the most interesting and the most wonderful thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life. I don't know what it's leading me to do or to learn. So I just look at it and enjoy. It's like I have fireworks that just stay in the air. And I look at it sometimes for a couple of hours. My eyes are getting more used to looking at light now. And I've learned to focus my eyes in such a way that I see different parts of the big orb, like looming up looking orb that opens up when I look at the light. But it doesn't stay open, it turns, and I can see one part and then another part, and it's an exercise of my eyes to get it to stay still for a little while so I can study it. And then another thing is that in the dark, I can press on one side of my eye near my nose, and a flash of bright ring of light. It's a ring. I can tell it's a ring, but I can't look at it directly because it's inside my head. I see a light inside of me, is what I'm saying. And it just blinks a most brilliant whitish-like essence about it. But I can never lay my eyes right on it because it's in my peripheral, I can't say the word, peripheral view. You know, that's like you see it out of the corner of your eye and it doesn't move in front, so you can lay your eyes on it better. So all I know is that it's very bright and it's round and it's like a ring. I don't know what it means. I keep waiting. I wish I could hear a voice that would just say to me, Grace, this is what you're seeing, this is what it means, and this is what you are to do about seeing this, you know. But I never do get that kind of thing. I wish I did. Sometimes I think maybe I should go to someone who regresses you with hypnotism. And maybe I will recall things that I could remember if I were hypnotized. And then I think, well, I don't know anybody like that. But I haven't really searched very much. But it is interesting. I know something is happening to me. And that my body is changing. But yet, with all of this that is changing in me, I'm having a physical problem with a herniated disc between my 10th and 11th vertebra. And the doctor said that is unusual because most people get a herniated disc in their lumbar region, lower down on their back. And I've had to get injections into my spinal column of steroid to ease the pain because it's really very painful. And I keep thinking, wow, I don't feel like doing anything if I'm called upon to do anything because I'm just always hurting from this. So if anyone has any idea how you ease the pain of a herniated disc, please let me know. Well, I'm not going to talk too long. This is 13 minutes already, so I will let you go. This is the Dove Lady, over and out for now.